head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
The 76ers leading by 6. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. There's a good screen. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Fires it up. Another miss by Philadelphia. To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead.
Now Okafor after the missed three from Evan Turner. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Now a timeout called by Boston. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Cannon. He kicks it to Covington. Dishes it to Okafor. And he goes in for the dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Sellinger, no good.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up. He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
And Okafor with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Sellinger with the ball. Now Okafor defending. Smart misses. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. The dish to Covington. The pass to Okafor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Really an extraordinary game for Okafor. 8 rebounds and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed it.
And that one misses.
And not many people expected anyone from the Atlantic to do much last season. Boston was the surprise of the division as they ended up making the playoffs.
The Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Boozer, he's checked in for Noel. Now here's Turner. Screen by Lee. Outside Turner. Just 5 to shoot. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. And for Boston against the rest of the Atlantic Division, they were tough. They ended up going 12-4 in the division, which was a big reason, Clark, they made the playoffs.
And you know, those 12 wins against the rest of the Atlantic, Kevin, were a division best. Even the Raptors, who won the division, only had 11 wins against the Atlantic.
Celtics making a switch here. Mickey's checked in.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going in the last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally. It basically brought into the light of day.
And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners, Clark, had said in the past.
Yeah, you know, I like his open-mindedness, not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, you know, he's right in regards to the gambling. With the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Minnesota. The shot, no good.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Bradley passes to Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
The 76ers leading by 7. Iverson with the ball. Picked by Okafor. 4-3, Covington. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That one on Turner.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws. You look at what Covington has done so far. 12 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Bradley kicks to Thomas. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's Cannon. There's the pick. Pass to Covington. The baseline J. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Here's Iverson. 5 to shoot. Screen by Boozer. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Covington with the bucket.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Jahlil Okafor.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
.141 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Thomas. Pass to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Off the pick. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Picked by Okafor. The feed now to Iverson. Shot clock at 6. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Again, Iverson missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Boozer passes to Iverson. To the wing right side. Covington dishes to Iverson. Fires it up. Another miss by Iverson.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Thomas, that's good.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
So it's Philadelphia now. 6-point lead. Cannon kicks to Boozer. And an intentional foul right there.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Here's your Rebko. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, they're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
At the line for the Celtics, Ezail.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Rozier, the pass to Olynyk. And the 3 off target. Boozer kicks to Cannon from deep. So the 76ers win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
He came through with some big buckets down the stretch, Shaq. 4 3-pointers altogether.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie.